Why, hello, and welcome to another lawn mowing live stream. It is Friday, July the 11th, and going to be doing this cut here, second cut for this client, and let's get out there and get it done. This is one that I'll be using all the battery stuff on, so we'll get that taken care of. Let me turn the camera around. Put it on the chest mount, and we'll get started on this one. Glasses are a bit dirty. Let me just give me a second. I'll wipe these down, just so I can see a little bit clearer. Actually, I'm gonna go. Fold this mirror in too. It is a warm day. All right. Lawn grew a bit in the past week on this one. Nice and green. We had a ton of rain on Wednesday morning. It was poured rain through the night and then into the morning. Today, Tuesday, Wednesday, so that was nice. Looks like this lawn responded well to me. Pretty green compared to the neighbor's lawn. Let's just edge that up. Keep it crispy. With the soil there, it's much higher than the sidewalk. A couple inches above the sidewalk and driveway. The soil has been added over the years, it looks like. like the gap here too. This one is a temporary mow. Normally the homeowner mows this themselves. They are not feeling well. Something medical. So they asked if I could kind of take it on. This is one that, ironically, is one of the neighbors in my own neighborhood. And nice man, retired. Usually always working in his garage. And his lawn, here his backyard, where this fence is, actually backs on to the elementary school that my kids went to. I don't know if I can kind of show you guys back there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but the school is back there. So when my kids were young, and I would be walking them to school in the morning, and then I'd go out and mow lawns, and then get back by 2 o'clock, pick them up from school at 2:30. Effectively, my whole day was just between 9 and 2 for lots of years. Until they got into high school and were able to fend for themselves, so to speak. But every morning and afternoon, I would walk past this house, and the homeowner would be out there, and he'd wave and smile, ask how we're doing, and all that sort of stuff. So that's how I got to know him. So I was actually, the last few years, every time I would come into the neighborhood and drive with my truck and trailer, he would wave at me. He would be outside and stuff. And so it was a couple weeks ago that I was actually passed by, and I guess he saw me. So I was going home to use the washroom, and then as I was leaving, he was coming up the road where I live. He kind of flagged me down. At first I didn't realize it was him. And that's when he asked me if I could mow his lawn temporarily. And also noticed that he used to have a travel trailer in his driveway, but it was an old antique one. And that's what he was working on, kind of a hobby. And I noticed it pop up at one of the other houses in the neighborhood. Now, I said to him, "Oh, you sold your trailer, your project." And then That's when he told me he was going through some medical stuff. Yeah, so essentially this is the neighborhood that I live in. Very nice, quiet neighborhood. Nice, big, wide roads. All the houses were built at the same time, roughly between a 3-year period in 1989 to 1991. So the houses are all in this neighborhood are roughly 35 years old now. Your classic 1980 suburban houses. Vinyl siding. And I'm going to grab the tripod for that backyard. And put this bag on properly. Let's see where we're at here. I think we're going to do a 2-inch. 1.5, 2. Normally I don't do any mowing on Fridays, but my schedule is pretty full. So I put this one on the Friday since it's temporary, along with my own lawn, front yard I mowed this morning, and my neighbor's lawn is one that I've taken on this year as well. So doing some lawns close to home, which is always nice. Perimeter, and then we'll go do some stripes now, back and forth. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Also, where you're watching from would be kind of cool to find out. It's a warm day already. It's about lunchtime here on the Pacific Northwest, 12:23 in the afternoon. So there's some comments. Let me take a look. Viking says WSP. I think that says. Not sure what that stands for. Keep the grinding. Looks good. What mower? This is the Milwaukee M18 battery powered mower. They call it M18 because it's using their 18 volt platform, but it's actually a 36 volt mower because it requires two batteries to run. It will not run with one battery. It won't run with even with like a dummy battery in place of one. It is 36 volts. So it needs two 18 volt batteries to run. And it's a really nice mower. I really like it. Ergonomics are probably the best of any of the battery mowers I've tried, of every price range I've tried. Kind of this like sloped handle design. Put your wrists in a more comfortable position. Kind of paddle as a variable speed, which is really nice. It's got lots of power. The only setback to this mower, I'm going to take my glasses off here in the shade. Only kind of downside to this mower, I would say, is the lack of an available true high lift blade. So Milwaukee does sell what they call a high lift blade, but I've talked about this a lot. It's not a high lift blade, it's a mulching blade, dedicated mulching blade. So that's one of the complaints I've heard a lot about this mower from other people. Is the lack of a real high lift blade. So it comes with like a medium lift 3-in-1 type blade, which for the majority of times is fine. If you're in like optimal conditions. The issue is if you're having to cut really tall grass or wet grass, then it doesn't do so well. It starts to get all clogged up really quickly underneath the deck, like more quicker than most mowers, because of that lack of a high lift blade. Just doesn't have enough oomph to push the grass into the bag. So that's an easy fix if they were to put out a high lift blade for it, a true one. I'm just not sure that they will, because this mower's been out for 2 years and they haven't yet put out a real high lift blade. Besides that, the only sort of downside that I see, the other downside to this mower, and I'm not sure officially if it's a downside, is that it just doesn't have an all-weather rating. They don't give it an IPX rating that most electronics have, ingress level for dust and water. So some of the other mowers do. They will tell you it's got an IPX 6-7 rating or something like that. Milwaukee just says don't use it in the rain. But it's kind of impossible to not use it in wet conditions at times if you're going to use this as a landscaper. So I think, because I have seen Milwaukee they've demonstrated, especially their forage batteries, being dunked in a tank of water and taken out and stuff because they got some sort of coating, sprayed coating on the insides of the battery components that keeps them water resistant. But even then, they're not advertising it as such. So I think it's a case of just either warranty or liability. Let me put the mower on the tripod. It's a blade underneath. Yeah, it's a regular blade, but it's just a 3-in-1. So it's got a little bit of a mulching edge to the blade. So, yeah, I think it's that sort of a scenario. You know, a lot of Milwaukee tools I see, especially here in the Pacific Northwest, it rains all the time. And you'll see, home builders and stuff like that using Milwaukee drills and nailers and things like that. And they're in the rain, framing houses and stuff like that. So I think it's more of a case of just liability or warranty. For example, I remember when the iPhone first came out I can't remember what it was, I think it was iPhone 7 that came out that was waterproof for the first time. But even then, they said that, using it in water voids your warranty. So I think it's that kind of a thing where they just don't want to kind of excluding themselves from any liability from it. Also could be a safety thing. So if it's, if you're mowing in the rain and you touch the mower and something, I don't know, somehow you get a shock, they just don't want you to, sue them. So, they just put, hey, you're not supposed to use it in the rain. So, again, I don't think it's something, from what I've heard from other people that have used the mowers in the rain, it's not something that's going to damage the mower. It's just more other factors, other reasons why some manufacturers are not now. Some other mowers that are higher end, like the Crest commercial stuff, they have an IPX rating saying, hey, they're fine in the rain, you can hose them down, all that sort of stuff. But those mowers come at a much greater cost. like much greater cost. So if you're leaving any comments at the moment, obviously I can't see you guys on the tripod, so I can't see the screen right now. So I'll answer them when I get back to the phone. And I'm mowing on an angle this week here versus last week. It's a hot day, but very nice day to be out mowing. Always have to count your blessings, right? So even a day like this where it might be getting really warm and can start to get uncomfortable, gotta stay hydrated, all that stuff, but I always just think about the fact that I'm in the Pacific Northwest, and basically from September through May, it's going to be raining, almost on a daily basis. So enjoy the sunshine when you can. I will just move you guys over here so you can see this section. That will work. So a bit of an angle. Check for any comments. No, it's still the same. No other comments. It's all good. Cute little garden. The hydrangea flowers behind the camera are beautiful. Got purpley blue. Nice big blooms on it. I'll show you guys in a second. It's so nice. Right there, look at those. Aren't those nice? Alright, let's put that back. And sorry, carry the tripod. It's cute. See if I can get a different different thumbnail image. I used the same thumbnail on this video from last week. Let's see. You can do that. Perfect. Maybe I'll use that. All right. That one's got some nasties in it. All right. See some spots in the trailer where some sunlight is starting to poke through on the floor there, where rust is eating through the metal. This trailer is 20 years old. And I had it redone, refinished, sandblasted right down to bare metal, and rust repaired and stuff like that. 15 years ago now, because when it was first manufactured, when they made it, they didn't clean the metal very good. So it started rusting within the first 5 years. I think they didn't call it, they just didn't clean like the mill scale, that kind of oily residue off of it, so off the bare metal very well, and then they just painted it. So the paint was like peeling and started rusting and stuff, so I took it to a truck manufacturing refinishing place that does like dump truck custom beds and things like that, and they do like industrial sandblasting. So they sandblasted the whole trailer inside and out, right down to the bare metal, to clean off any of that old oily mill scale residue. And then they primed it with like epoxy primer, and they painted it with an industrial urethane paint that's used on like some type of paint that you'd find like on a Caterpillar, excavators, or heavy construction equipment, industrial applications. And it's been great, 15 years, and the trailer still, other than a few spots there that you see, people always think the trailer's still, only a couple years old. Amazing when things are prepped and done properly, how long something can last. Yeah, so not bad for a trailer that is 20 years old. 2005 this trailer was made. And see, other than the paint starting to kind of lose some of its gloss and shine, I don't wax it. There's a little bit of Some bubbling starting now after 15 years since it was redone. But overall, it's been good. Considering it spends half of its life in the rain. Half the year and through the winter and stuff, it's always outside. And that wraps up that one. Nice quiet day. Nice quiet day. I always find myself whispering. When it's so quiet in the neighborhood, it's like you can almost hear a pin drop. So I always end up like whispering when I'm live streaming because it's like, man, it's so quiet. I feel like if I'm talking loud, everybody's like, listen to my business. getting in on my business. Oh shoot, forgot to unfold that mirror on the other side. Let's go do that. I don't normally fold up that mirror on that side. So, forgot that I had done that. At any rate, guys, thanks for, I think that'll be it for this one for today. Just a short one there. Appreciate you guys tuning into the live streams. Let me know if you have any questions. Even after the video is not live anymore, you can leave your normal comments. I want to thank Biking today for leaving some comments in the live chat. Makes doing these live streams obviously a lot more interesting when people are, engaging and asking questions and that sort of stuff. Makes it a lot funner to do them. And thanks for everybody else who just dropped in and checked it out. If you guys have any questions, like I said, you can leave them in the comments there. If you guys are interested in watching more of these live streams, we've got plenty of them on my channel that you can go back and watch as well. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell. And that is the best way to know when I will be going live. Try to do these at least 3 times a week on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, but sometimes Mondays and Fridays like today. But hitting that notification bell is the only way you're going to know when these go live at the time. I can't schedule them in advance just because of all of the different factors that go into live streaming, weather and all the sorts of things that can change cell reception and all that sort of stuff. So making sure that you're subscribed and you hit that notification bell, that's the best way that you can know when I do go live. Also, if you like this these live streams, make sure you hit that like button. That would really appreciate that. Lets me gauge whether you guys enjoy the live streams or not. Other than that, guys, appreciate everybody who tuned in to watch this live stream. It was a short one, but again, if you want to check out more of the live streams, I've got plenty of them on my channel. Just go to the live section and you'll see all of the past lives I've done. I've been doing them sometimes 3, 4, 5 times a week all this season. So make sure you guys go check those out and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know when I go live next. Usually, like I said, Tuesdays to Thursdays for sure. And sometimes Mondays and Fridays, depending on where I'm at and the conditions, cell signal, and all that sort of stuff. So thanks for watching, guys, and appreciate all you guys tuning in. That's it for this one, guys. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.